Yo gamers, it is day 3 and we got another 2 nice relics. These are kind of like yesterday, where you can basically just skip an entire skill. It's gonna be really awesome. I think I want to start off with thieving, because I noticed that there was a part that a lot of people didn't, or got confused by, because the thieving relic actually does not mention that you can keep thieving. The way it works in old school, of course, is that you click an NPC, you'll thieve it once, you either fail or succeed, and then you have to click again for the next action. A few years ago in RuneScape, with the archaeology release, they added an archaeology relic that let you continuously auto pickpocket. And 1 or 2 years ago, they made that like a mainline feature and turned the relic into 50% faster pickpocketing. So that's why that's not mentioned in the relic, because that's already a baseline feature in RuneScape itself. Yeah, let's just go over all the bonuses of the thieving relic. Basically, both relics give you a lot of gold, so that might be a bit of an anti-synergy with the invention relic, the perfection, because that gives you basically infinite gold. Both of these are great money generators, and in the Iron Man game mode, how much money do you really need? But keep that in mind. But yeah, about the effects of the thieving relic. You'll never fail a thieving check. This is mainly for pickpocketing, I'm pretty sure. This might also be for safe cracking and RuneScape 3 thieving method, where you crack safes, go figure. I'm not sure, because you basically just check the save and then there's like a critical chance to crack it. Maybe that's also always successful, so maybe safe cracking is super fast, I do not know that. But I do know that it works with pickpocketing. There is one pickpocket target, the Dwarven Traders. They got a little meta earlier with new perks introduced in Invention this year. But they are notorious because their catch rate's really high. Like, you fail your thieving checks very often. So if you start thieving them at level 90 with this relic, you cannot fail a check. Like, you're gonna get mad experience. It's gonna be a little crazy. So that's really good. All thieving loot is noted. This is a perk you would get with the thieving skilling cape, with the exception of market stalls and stuff. This would only work for pickpocketing, but with this perk, everything is noted, even market stalls, literally everything. Probably also means the special loot from safe cracking, making it fully AFK, or almost. So that's a massive bonus, and you don't need 99 thieving to activate it, you just got it off the rip. Stealing from stalls does not cause them to deplete. There's no cooldown, you click it and you keep thieving, so it's great. I don't think it's continuous thieving as it was in the old school league, but you can basically keep clicking. There aren't that many like insane stalls, but I kind of went over them and there's like a few interesting ones. You got a market stall in Draenor Village. It's called the market stall, but it's probably like the wine stall. But it has on the drop table grapes and jugs of water, so you can make wines for cooking XP, so that could solve your cooking. And it also has a rare chance to give you each of the 3 gold wines, which are used in potions. Mainly like the Ceradomin wine to make super Ceradomin brews. So that can also like kind of solve your, well, part of your brews, I guess. Like, you sort of get, if you can solve making Ceradomin brews, you also got the super variants almost for free, so that's awesome. There's a lamp stall in Menafos. I never used this, but when thieving from it, there's a small chance that you get a small experience lamp. It usually has a 7-second respawn, and now it's of course instant, so I don't know how high the chance is of getting a small XP lamp. This could be potentially pretty broken, because that means that you can train thieving and like any other skill on the side, because you have the lamps. And a big one here, the gem stall in Ardone or Keldegrim. They can give you sapphires, emeralds, rubies, and diamonds. The only thing is, of course, if you have the excavator relic, that's some anti-synergy, because you would already like be able to mine and instant cut them, and here you would probably be even slower with gathering them, or like slightly faster. It's gonna be like up and about, but you also like have to still cut them, whilst the excavator relic would automatically cut them for you. And reduced safe cracking cooldown to 1 minute. Basically, if you're doing the safe cracking method, I'm also sitting next to them. After you crack the safe, it goes on a cooldown. That's basically so you have to run around and you sort of have like a route of like safes within your level that you would run to. But with 1 minute cooldown, if you have like 3 saves around you, you can probably just keep circling those saves. So that's a nice buff. If you can't circle the saves, I'm not sure if it's that great. But that should allow you to AFK it really nicely. And that's it basically for the Thieving Relic. So then let's quickly go over to the Agility Relic. It grants you a pair of boots that ensure you a sure-footed approach to agility. These are called the Golden Hawk boots. Probably an upgraded version of the Silver Hawk boots already in the game, but those are an MTX item and not available for Ironman. But with this relic you get the upgraded version. It gives you agility XP periodically whilst running. It's every 10 game ticks, so I believe that's every 6 seconds, up and about. While skilling you can get them. That probably works the same as the Silverhawk boots, but I don't actually know like when they proc, but like regularly they proc whilst wearing them. And when you use an ultimate ability. Also, after completing an agility course lap, you'll receive 1,000 coins per agility level. You also gain plus 200% experience. So that will mean you get triple experience for the completion bonus experience. Which is already like the highest thing you would get. That's the majority of your XP. So that's like a near 3 times XP multiplier for agility whilst actively running. But like as I said in like my first video, you kind of probably you get the agility relic because you don't want to do agility, like for the boots. And then you get so many bonus for doing agility. It's kind of like, it seems to miss the point. But on the other hand, triple XP on top of what we already have. It's probably multiplicative the way it's written. So you're gonna be finished with agility really fast. And the coins are also really nice. You can do like most agility labs relatively quick. Anachronia, I'm gonna assume that every section on the Anachronia agility course counts for this. And that means that like once you're like 99, you get 99k every single time you cross something. It's gonna be a lot of money. But yeah, that's basically the theme with like both these relics. You just generate a lot of money. And then it's kind of like if you already have one of these and you don't mind killing mobs and doing a bit of skilling for perks on your armor, do you want to go for perk faction? Or if you have perk faction, do you really mind doing like agility or thieving? Like, do you want to skip these skills essentially? Last thing is also prevent you from failing any the obstacle courses. I mean, if you're from old school, you know this as well. It can cost you a lot of time if you fall from an obstacle and you need to start over. There's a decent amount of kind of meta obstacle courses in RS3 that don't necessarily send you back to the start, but like you get greatly reduced experience from either the obstacle or at the end. So like not failing anything is actually really, really good. Another thing I wanted to quickly talk about is that in the last old school league, the Raging Echoes league, basically the thieving and the agility relic were in the same tier as a relic called the Friendly Forager. And that basically gave you an item, and whilst you were doing foraging skills, basically not production skills, gathering skills, sorry, like woodcutting, fishing, mining or hunting, you would randomly find grimy herbs. And it also had a 90% chance to save you secondaries in Herblore, and your potions would have 4 doses instead of 3. So this is not confirmed to be in this league, but I wouldn't be surprised if these are like the tier 2 relics and we're gonna have like an Herblore relic in here as well. And I think that kind of like immediately leans into how this changes my plans, or possibly changes my plans for the leagues. If these two are like in the same tier as a Herblore relic, I am picking the Herblore relic. I don't mind running laps. Like I ran laps until I was 200 mil on my main, still didn't have the pet, had to keep running to get the pet. And thieving is already like really AFK because we have continuous pickpocketing. And also, from my experience with an Ironman, money is not the biggest problem once you've like passed that first bump. Like the early game is kind of rough, but there's so many elks that it's really not a problem. So if there's a Herblore one, I'm definitely picking that, because like it's just gonna save me so much time, and I kind of CBA. So that's it for the reveals today. I hope to see you tomorrow, and have a good day.